My name is Michael Muszczynski. I'm the Chief Data Scientist at Cooper Smith, and I will be doing a quick demonstration of our generative AI charting product, which we call Chartbot. So as you can see, everything here is behind a login. I just sign in here, click my Chartbot here, and I get this simple interface with a familiar chat window on the right, and the charts will be generated here on the left. So the first thing I'm going to do is just in plain English ask it to make me a chart of hypertension in Jefferson County. That's a fictional location that we've invented just for the purposes of this demo. And it'll just think for a second and generate the chart on the left. Now, what's really important about our product is that the actual numbers, the actual data never gets sent to the AI model. We ask the model on instructions on how to display data and how to retrieve it, but we retrieve it ourselves. So it can never go to a third party to be analyzed or to be used for training, or never leave your ecosystem or sandbox in any way, which we think is important for sensitive health data. And after this is generated, we can just continue the conversation as though we were instructing a human. So here I can now add ACE use, and it'll interpret that. And because it is an intelligent language model, it knows that ACE must mean ACE inhibitor, because that's the only indicator it has access to that matches that. And it creates the chart on the left, it adds it in a new color, it labels everything correctly. And then we can move on to more advanced use cases. So for example, here we can stratify by urban and rural. And what it'll do is it'll get separate indicators for the urban and rural areas of these fictional counties. And it knows, to group them by color, to use the line style as the differentiator between urban and rural, and everything gets labeled correctly. So a lot of things that you would have had to do manually in a normal chart tool, it kind of makes a best guess for you, saving a lot of time and a lot of productivity. Now, I'm going to start a new case here, and just to show how some of these formatting things that can be quite finicky in other tools and require a lot of clicks, the Chartbot can just do quickly. So I'm going to start with pad rate in Franklin County, our other fictional county. It's just going to generate this simple chart. But then I'm just going to say, okay, make it a bar chart. And as you'll see, the bar chart starting at 0 makes it a little less clear what's going on. So I'll just say, make the y-axis start from 0.7, say. It'll adjust that. And then let's say I want to highlight, the quarters where there was a problem. Well, I would say make all bars that are above 0.87 or 0.88 red. And then it'll make that color adjustment and automatically adjust the other bars to be a contrasting color. So you can really see, okay, that the reds are standing out. And just to make it really clear what's happening, I can say add a dashed horizontal line at 0.88 to show you that that's where the barrier is for those bars being red. And again, if you've used other tools that involve clicking, there's a lot of settings you have to go into to add each of these things, each of these little rules, whereas Chartbot just does them automatically in plain English. And for the final use case, I want to show off some of its more advanced AI capabilities, because these AI models, they don't just know about charts, which is what we're using them for here. They know a lot about the world and how human beings speak and interact, so they can take a lot of human concepts that might be hard to translate and use them to make your life easier. So I'm going to start here again with hypertension in Jefferson. And I'm going to add Franklin just to show that, you can add locations after the fact if you want to contrast them. But now I'm going to say something that a human would understand, but another more traditional system wouldn't. I'm going to say, make the chart in fun colors and fonts. And because it has, all this general knowledge, it's going to know to go with this kind of Comic Sans-y thing. It's going to know to go pink and light blue. And so it's really interpreting culturally what I would mean by fun in a way other tools can't. Now, obviously, fun is not just generally what you want in your professional presentations, but it can do other things, such as I can say, go back to normal fonts and make it the colors of the LA Lakers. And it's just going to know that that is purple and gold, as you can see here, just from its other knowledge set. And it knows a lot about display and what goes together. So I can say make the background black. Let's say we just have a presentation that happens to have a dark background. And it's going to keep the blue and gold color scheme, but it's going to make the labels white automatically as well, because that's what it knows contracts with black. And the general law is much faster than that. These models are even multilingual. So even though, for example, none of my data is in Spanish, I can say make the chart in Spanish, and automatically I will get a Spanish chart. The title's been translated, the y-axes, the labels, obviously the country names don't need translating. And so that really showcases the power of having this vast LLM knowledge and reasoning ability vis-a-vis other chart tools that might not know these subtle things. And it just helps you as a person give the instructions that come naturally to you and still get the results you want without having to specify every little thing for the charting program. And that's our demonstration. Thank you very much.